Those of you that know me know that I have an unhealthy obsession with pizza, and this is no exception. Today we're gonna do the Mounds of Meat skillet pizza. The Dutch oven pizza video was one of our favorites, and one of the favorites on the channel, honestly. Had a great time doing that with Chris. So today I thought what I'd do is a variation of that doesn't require the Dutch oven. We're gonna use our cast iron skillet. It's our Blacklock. I love this pan. It's the 10-inch guy. It's gonna make an amazing pizza. It's game day today, and I figured we're just gonna stuff ourselves silly with this amazing pizza. Go Bills. And I've got all the ingredients to just make it luscious and good and gooey. I've got a ton of cheese. I've got some sausage here, garlic and cheese sausage that will brown up along with some ground beef. I've got a ham steak, bacon, gotta have the bacon. And I've got stick pepperoni that I'm gonna dice up, sort of like we did with the lasagna. My wife says I need to eat more vegetables, so I've got some onion, I think that counts. And I've got a little red pepper here. We've got some garlic. We get all that softened up, sauteed, browned, whatever we have to do to get it ready to go in because we want it to be a little bit warm. We'll form our pizza crust in the skillet. We'll get it on the grill, we'll bake it off. It's gonna be amazing. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get into my bowl everything that doesn't need to be cooked. So the ham steak, for instance, doesn't need to be cooked, so I'm gonna just dice that up now. So I'm just gonna take the edges off. Set those aside. I like to get a nice low sodium ham for this so that it's not a ton of salt. There's plenty of salt in the sausage. So I'm just gonna give this a nice dice. All right, right into our bowl. From here on out, we're gonna call this the bowl of the good stuff. Okay, so now pepperoni doesn't need to be cooked. And I'm gonna use half a stick. Peppers, we'll get those in there too. We're just gonna slice these down. All right, let's see. So I've got my onion, which I wanna soften up. I've got some garlic, which will go in with that. It's time to really brown up the meats that need to be cooked. So let's get those onto the skillet. And we're gonna use the side burner of our grill today. I know, you get the side burner because you think you're gonna need it. You never use it. Today, we're using it. Ground beef's done, into the good stuff. I'll just tip my pan here a little bit. All right, sausage has to be taken out of the casing, so I'm gonna glove up and we'll get this stuff decased. I'm just gonna take and slice. Casing should come right out. All right, right off and on to the burner. And now we'll get this added to the bowl of good stuff. The sausage has some cheese in it, and you're gonna wanna scrape that down. Don't let that flavor go to waste. All those little bits out. All right, the sausage. Now, the last thing is the bacon, of course. So let's get that done. And for that, I'm just gonna take these rashers and kind of just give them a rough chop into the skillet and onto the fire. All right, and you're gonna want your bacon kind of crispy because you want it to not get super soggy and just taste like ham inside the pizza. So just drain it the best we can. Into the bowl of good stuff. Now we're also gonna wanna reserve just a little bit of that bacon grease. We're gonna leave some behind for our onions. And these are all done. You want to really get your pan nice and clean because this is where we're going to put the pizza crust. So give it a really good scrape. All right, set that aside to cool. Give it a quick wipe out before we assemble. And let's start contemplating our crust. All right, now the fun part. This is where we actually get to assemble our pizza. I have 2 pounds of just store-bought pizza dough here. You can make your own, certainly. Pizza dough in the supermarket, super convenient. What you're gonna wanna do though is you're gonna wanna leave it out and let it sit on the counter for about an hour, 2 hours to let it kind of proof and relax. When it's in the fridge, it just gets so tight, it's hard to work. So this has been out, I just had a saran wrap on top of it. And so let's hopefully work this. Again, it's 2 pounds, which is probably quite a lot for a 10-inch skillet, so I'm not gonna need all that. My goal is to form the dough into the thickness that I want. I'm gonna set it over the skillet, and then I'll trim any excess off the top. It's always helpful to have a little flour on hand. And you're just gonna wanna really push it down and away from the center. And this is a 14-inch round, so it's gonna give me an idea of where I need to be with this. You're gonna wanna flip it over too because the bottom side will suck up any flour that you might have put down ahead of time. And again, you're just gonna press it out from the center to the edges. And I also like to kind of pick it up and use my knuckles to kind of stretch it. Let gravity do some of the work for me. And see where we're at. All right, that is plenty big. Now let's grab our skillet, which is cooled down considerably. And we'll just lay this across without ripping it. And again, you want to be able to go up the sides to kind of form it. Okay, perfect. Now, I'm gonna lay down a little bit of sauce. Just a little bit of pizza sauce here. I'm gonna just kind of smoosh that around. And try to go up the sides a little bit. I'm sure somebody in Chicago is probably having an aneurysm because I'm doing it like this. I don't really care. This is the way I like to make it. It's always worked for me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cheese. I'll spread down a little bit of a base layer. Bit of a base layer on there. All right, now I know what you're thinking. I'm going to get all that in there. I don't know. I hope it's going to fit. The last time I did this, I used a bigger skillet. So let me try to mix it up a little bit, kind of fold it. I have the dog standing by in case I make a mess. I think what we'll do is we'll just pour this in here now. Get all the good stuff out. Kind of spread it. Oh, this is going to work out perfectly. I'm super happy with the amount of filling. Listen, you're not going to be eating this every day. This is a once in a while kind of pizza. You know what I'm saying? All right. That looks pretty even to me. Before I get too crazy, I'm going to cut off these edges. A little bit extra. All right, now the rest of the cheese. All right, this is just mozzarella. This bag here is a blended Italian cheese. It's got some provolone, all kinds of different Asiago, Parmesan. So I'll lay some of that down here. Spread this in a nice even layer. Some more of the mozzarella. So that's 4 cups total. Does it need a little more? I think it does. I got it. Might as well use it, right? Let's see. Let's just even up this side a little bit. All right. Oh, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to take my sauce. I'm going to make a nice artistic swirl. So let's see. We'll start from the edge. Just like that. Oh, man. God, that looks good. And now, a little bit of bacon G. We're just going to kind of dot the crust that's exposed there with that. All right, she is ready for the oven. I've got the grill set up, 3 burners, my sear burner, My two rightmost burners are on, and they're on full blast. And I'm reading about 500 degrees, which is perfect for pizza. I'm gonna put this on the opposite side. So we're gonna be cooking this indirect because I don't wanna burn the crust, but I want everything to melt through. All the meat's already cooked. We're just baking bread at this point. And I can't wait. Let's get on there. You want to give it a rotation every once in a while too, because it's hot on this side. Oh man, 45 minutes now. And this is what you want to see. You want to see it kind of pulling away from the side, and it's nice and crisp. The cheese is nicely melted. It's ready. All right, let's get her off and let's set her down so she can rest and set up a bit. Oh my. It's time to depan her, and she is a beaut. It's definitely pulled away from the edges. I'm just gonna get a spatula in here and go all the way around to make sure that the sides are released. And with any luck, she'll just pop right out. Oh, man. Sometimes my heart stops when I do that, but God, this looks awesome. Awesome, awesome. Man, look how thick that is. And the crust is just beautiful. Let's see if I can get you a picture of the crust. Crust should look pretty amazing. Golden brown, let's see. It does look good. You know, the trouble with a pizza like this is, how do you cut it? I think it's gonna just make it. The pivot point on this is just high enough, I think. Let's get a slice. Yeah, I'm gonna start in the middle and work my way out. Jeez. Let's see how we did. Oh. What? There we go. There we go. Oh, man. There's plenty of meat in this. No doubt about that. I mean, it overflowed the crust, but again, it just looks pretty. And I know this is going to be a mess, but you got to eat it with your hands. Wow. Oh my God. It literally does taste like a lasagna in a pizza crust. It is so good, so good. Man, probably should have brought a napkin out here. Poor planning on my part. Anyway, this is delicious. It's really easy to do. You could brown up whatever you want, have it done ahead of time. Just kind of make sure that it's a little bit up to room temperature. You don't want to put something stone cold inside the pizza. You could do veggies, you could do mushrooms, you could do sausage. I mean, you could do whatever you want. We did macaroni and cheese. It came out amazing in the Dutch oven pie. This is a winner. Your friends are going to love you if you make this. Go Bills. If you like what you see here, we'd really appreciate it if you give us a share, give us a like, a thumbs up. Most of all, subscribe. Tell a friend about us if you wouldn't mind. And we appreciate you watching. Get out there and cook.